Hi everybody, it's Mark with Exotic Car Play Place, back at you today to help you understand when you're shopping for a BMW how you can reduce or eliminate the risk and how you can maximize your overall reliability and enjoyment of your used or new car BMW purchase. But before we get started everybody, just going to throw this out there. Down in the description below, there is a link to my online store. If you want to buy, some shirts and hats and things, and you want to just support the channel, be my guest down below. There's a link. It'll take you right to the store, and there's some great selections there to choose from. But let's get rolling. So if you're trying to understand how you can safely buy a BMW, understand that you want to buy a reliable vehicle, there is an acronym that I like to throw out there for you guys. Remember these 4 key words. And of course, in short, it means risk. So if you could remember the acronym RISK, because a bad car is a bad risk. So of course, that's an easy acronym to remember. Just remember risk. So at the beginning of risk starts with an R. And that R means research, research, research. And when I say that, what we are really getting to is understand the bad actors. Learn about the cars that are historically problematic, cars that have had a history of issues, maybe fire-related issues, maybe notoriously unreliable engines that the press has got a hold of. Understand the bad actors and understand that you do not want a part of that unless there's something specific about that car that you are willing to accept the responsibility, risk on it. If you're willing to accept the second-rate reliability because of some performance-related topic, or maybe you like the way the car sounds or looks, that's okay. But you need to recognize that you need to do the research and understand where the problem actors are and learn which cars to avoid. So we move along in the acronym, and I is the next letter of the acronym. And that really boils down to inspections. So you've been searching around, you found the car that you want to buy, and it might be used, it might be new. But hypothetically, the car is used. Now, because it's used, you don't know where it's been. It's had a lot of miles, it's been down a lot of roads, has a lot of experiences, and you should really understand what some of those experiences that car has had. And as a result, you really need to be diligent in doing these inspections because it could have been abused, it could have been misused, it could have been neglected, and an inspection will flush that out. So what you need to really understand is if it's a private sale, you need to ask that person that if it's okay to take that car to a service center, a BMW service center, or a strongly recommended independent shop. If that person, that independent owner says no, that's red flag number 1. That to me is time to run. Don't walk away, run away from the deal. They're hiding something. Because anybody who's reputable or is willing to make a deal on good faith will allow you to take that car to a shop to have it serviced and inspected. Now, what if the car is a used car at a dealer? If it's a dealer vehicle, often the dealers will have a full set of, they may not have service records, but they'll have an inspection record. A lot of times if dealers take used vehicles in on trade, they'll run it through their shop, they'll do some quick checks on it. Okay, the brakes are at this much, the tires have this much wear left, the exhaust sounds good, the car road tests very well, the wipers work, everything electrically functions. Largely what a dealer is going to be inspecting for is safety-related things. Things that force them to ensure that the vehicle is safe to drive. They're not going to necessarily do a leak down check or a compression check or, do a lot of those things that really tell a story about the general health of the car. In most cases, dealers will not do that. They'll sell you on the fact that they run it through the shop and do a full inspection. But in reality, a lot of those inspections are more of the fact that, the tires are good, the brakes are good, ball joints so the car's not going to veer off the road, the mirrors are good, and lights are working. Those are all great things to understand, but also understand this, they are also not necessarily going to give it a real thorough mechanical inspection. Some will say they do and others will actually do it. But understand that it never hurts to take it to an independent shop, even if you're buying it from a dealer. So the third part of this acronym is S, and S stands for satisfy your curiosity. And when I mean that, so now you're looking at a car, you've been searching for quite some time, you come across an owner of a car, you say, for example, I know I've been shopping for some 335s, that's the car that I'm likely going to buy next. So you're finding the car, you narrow down in local classifieds, you find the car that you want to buy, you start asking the questions. You must ask questions. Don't take the first thing at face value. Understand the history of the car based on what the owner's telling you. Satisfy that curiosity by asking those questions. Why are you selling it? What has it been through? Has it been through an accident? Are you the original owner? Do you have service records? These are all really good things that you need to ask that previous owner to make sure that you're satisfied with the condition of that car. Now, maybe you're buying new. This whole satisfy your curiosity goes for other things too. It's not just buying a used car. What if you're buying a new car? You should be asking the questions of the new car dealer as well about some of the features and elements. Maybe you don't want the full package deal, because a lot of times when you get a car packaged up, it includes a lot of options, a lot of which maybe you didn't even want in the first place. But understand, options equate to complexity, and complexity adds to reliability concerns. Maybe skip out on that panoramic sunroof. How about those carbon ceramic discs? Maybe you don't need them. Maybe you're not tracking the car. But ask the questions, are those parts in the package that you're buying? Do you need that? Or understand where the dealer got the car, how long has the car been sitting there? Is it a late model for that year, or are they bringing in the next generation and you might be getting into sort of the old stock? Just ask all the questions. Be satisfied. Satisfy your curiosity about what you're buying, what that car means. Is it old stock? Is it new stock? Either way, satisfy your curiosity. And the fourth part of the acronym is K for keep it simple. So you want to keep things simple in essence. If you're looking for reliability and you're not looking for a race car, you want something that's going to perform well. Sure, that's why you're buying a BMW. But do you need every last little piece of technical gizmo equipment? Do you need every last piece of horsepower that you can derive out of these cars? Maybe your car is going to be primarily utilized as a daily driver. Maybe you don't need that M car, because M cars, again, as we talk about reliability, aren't necessarily the most reliable car in any of the BMW lineups. So maybe you don't need that. Maybe you don't need that high revving engine like the old infamous E60 M5 that revs to 8,300 RPM. Do you need that car to drive daily? Maybe you're okay with a 550 instead. That's, 80% of the performance, but half of the troubles and hassles that you would get with the M car. Do you need all that stuff? Do you need every last power option? Do you need things like gesture control? Sure, they're novel, but again, these are things that can and will likely fail at some time. If you want them and you need to have them and they're on your wish list, by all means. But if you're searching for reliability, keep it simple. I don't know how many of you guys out there remember the old crank windows. You know what? There's still a few cars on the road that have manually cranked windows that don't even have powered windows associated with them. That is simple. That is one less thing that will fail. Now, I'm not saying go buy your new BMW with crank windows. Of course not. I don't even think you can order them that way. All I'm saying is if you do not need all the extra added complexities, maybe stay away from that. So in short, everybody, that is my acronym for risk. Research, 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 inspections, satisfy your curiosity, and keeping it simple. That is the short way to remember how you want to start to pursue your new or used BMW purchase if you are concerned about a reliable buy. So everybody, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks again for coming by. I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you. That's a great way to summarize things, a great way to remember up here what is the best way to kind of keep the thought process about what are the steps that you need to take. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, of course, share it with your friends. And hey, if you want some paraphernalia that you'd like to support the channel, again, the link is below in the description. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a whole host of great new content coming. It's just getting bigger and better and more in depth. And if you like BMWs, you like premium cars, performance cars, even Lamborghinis or Ferraris, you'll find it here. Give it time, stick around, join the channel, and you're going to find a lot of great content. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for coming by, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.